In my previous video, I analyzed the selection filter for Booking.com, Expedia, and Airbnb, but now I would like to concentrate more on the results page. I am now on Booking.com. This is the page of the hotel. What I can see here is that this is quite a crowded page, and let's see what could be done here to simplify this look a bit. First of all, I see that they show their price, like this is total price, but not price per night. However, this way of showing the price is not very much recommended. I will later explain why. Another concern that I have is their navigation. Look here, I click on house rules, it scrolls me down here, but I cannot just go up again. It means that I have to scroll endlessly up and up to find these tabs again. So what would be more usable instead is showing these tabs always stick on top, so that I could just go through them and click and go to corresponding sections. Also, what is not very much understandable for me is that when I click facilities, it opens the pop-up here, but they also have the same section here in like at the bottom of the page. It's here. So they are repeating this info. What would be more advisable, recommended from my side, is showing this section, the one that is on bottom when we scroll, when we click here. And in general, my recommendation here would be to show the same layout for all these four like tabs, without opening any pop-ups or something. Another thing that I would change here is that these boxes, questions you might have, or like what guests love the most, they are making this middle part very much distracting. They are making it difficult to read this middle part, so I would just put them somewhere at the bottom. Then I also noticed that Booking, they like to repeat a lot of info. Let's say this box for search. If you want to change your preferences, you can make the adjustments either here, or there is another box. It's here. So I would definitely have that only in one place, without making it like confusing why this is in two places, and it would take less space, of course. Then concerning the middle part itself, I think that you see here we have recommended for people box. Then we have this info. Then we have other options as well again. However, it looks for me as if this flow is broken. I would just have one box for all the options. At the top of this box, I would show like recommended options, and then below I would show other options. These other and some less relevant options I would show kind of in drop down, or minimized in a different way, or just hidden if they are less relevant. So probably it would make sense also here, but making it very much evident that these less relevant options are also available, and maybe someone wants to click on them. Also, this part, it looks a bit crowded as it is, so probably if like they show fewer options here and then more icon, but probably more icon could look more like icon or arrow here, because as text it probably doesn't look very evident. So something could be done to simplify the look of all these elements of him. Then one more thing that probably looks not very relevant for me is the selector of rooms. Instead, probably They could they could have here kind of check boxes if they want to have only one CTA, then probably it would be possible to use kind of check boxes. But these selectors, for some users, it might be confusing, like to understand what it is. So just my opinion. So in general, the page is quite crowded. Of course, it shows a lot of info, but I am confident that if a lot of info was not duplicated and simplified, it would look much cleaner and understandable for users. Then let's see what Expedia has. We see that we see that they have price per night. They also have total, but price per night is like shown is in bigger numbers. For marketing purposes, this is also a better way to show the price because this is more understandable for user to understand, to see how much this option costs for one night. This is the same approach as as is often used for different subscriptions. When you show monthly and yearly subscription, for yearly subscriptions, you always show like how much it costs for 1 month, not for 1 year, because it's very easy. It's easier for user to perceive this kind of info, and this is also it looks more attractive when you see smaller price. The same rule works here. Then I like that they have CTAs without any selectors. Like you do not have to like select how many rooms you need or something. You you indicated previously that you need 2 rooms, so uh, you can select that here. Then then another thing is navigation. I like their navigation because you can always go wherever you need. It means that you can navigate through these tabs and sections without any problems. You do not have to scroll endlessly up to get up again. So this is very good for navigation, and also the layout for each section is the same. It doesn't work like you have to you open pop-ups here, and in other sections they open here in the middle part. They are just the same in terms of layout, so it looks quite good. Then I also like the way that they are not distracting this middle part by any kind of side sections or something. Of course, they have ads, but for some reason it just doesn't look distracting or something. Then I also prefer this way of layout because they have they show these images for each option, unlike booking that where they show images only here, but for options you cannot find like images here. So probably this option would work better for me. For more details, of course, you can go here, but let's not touch that for now. The only thing that I would probably change here is the way they visualize the number of people who can sleep here. We see here 2 icons and caption sleeps 2. However, on booking, it somehow looks more evident and clear to me when I see these 4 icons. 2 icons of profiles of people, and it somehow is more understandable for me how many people can live here. Well, just one small detail, but I would probably consider the way Booking.com shows that rather than Expedia. So that's probably all I wanted to say about Expedia. Let's see what Airbnb has. Again, they show price per night which is a very good solution for showing the price, as I have already mentioned, and provided the reasons why. Then I see that they have navigation here. It means that you do not have to scroll up again and again. You can just effortlessly go through these sections without any problems. Also, I prefer the way that they have this selector of dates, guests, always here visible. It means that you do not have to find this selector whenever you want to change your preferences. You can also book. So you have the button here. You see price per night, but you also see these pricing details here. So for me, this layout is quite understandable. So what is one of the most important things about accommodations is reviews. They have it here, and this is clickable. You can just click and find the reviews here. So for me, this box is very helpful. It's kind of uh, well, comparing to side boxes here on Booking that were distracting. This one side box, but this is not distracting. This is very much helpful. So I do not see any problems with that here. Uh, Also, here on Airbnb, the layout is quite organized. Well, they have you can open the calendar here. You can open the calendar here and also here. So probably this box could be hidden. I mean, it could be opened from here only, not to repeat this info, but this is just a small detail. Probably I would just have that only here as the option. Uh, then that's probably all I wanted to say. Maybe this layout is also quite clean because you do not have any accommodation options like you had on Booking and Expedia. You have just one option, but in general, this layout is quite well organized. You see the map, you see the reviews. Well, speaking in general about these three websites, I am not saying that one is good or bad, that one is better than the other. These were just the details that I would take into account when creating my own travel platform or integrating some booking functionality on my existing website, or just if I had to show some accommodation options and to show them on a well organized and clean page. So I hope that this video was helpful to like to deal with those details when you are working on some custom products, travel products. So I hope that this kind of comparison helps you, and I hope that this video was helpful. And thank you for watching this. If you probably want me to cover some other functionalities and compare some of these functionalities on these three websites, just let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching. Bye.